What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back to another video, and today we are doing the second episode of what it's now called as Mock the Mock. You guys actually like this, got about 1,800 views in the last one, which is awesome. Obviously underperforming most of my videos, but it's a fun series. I love to just get on people's asses all the time. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, link in bio, or link down in the description, then you guys will see how much I like to throw shade at the franchise guy. And as soon as he comes out with some shit, I'm gonna be on Marcus's ass. He'll probably put out some good stuff because I hold him to a very high level. So that's probably why I get on his ass so much. But you guys are here for me, not to hear about a bunch of other stuff. So this is a little bit of a view into the future as one of the series that I want to continue doing. Because plus, there's 3 analysts on this channel. So you want to do Krabs, you want to do, what are the other guys' names? Reed, you want to do Harris. I'm pretty sure Marino might also do one. That would just, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be rocking that because I want to continue producing content for you guys every single day. So if you guys are new, drop that like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun jazz. Over 1,400 subs. Man, I remember literally what? 3.5 months ago? 2.5 months ago? Yeah, about 2.5 months ago. That was when we hit 100. So just thinking about that, that is absolutely insane. I really appreciate it. It's all you guys. You guys have been the only thing that's been keeping me driving through this, and it's the new year. So new year, kind of bringing in semi-new series. Let's rock it. This is a 3-round mock, so we're gonna try to keep this semi-quick here because I actually want to get through all 3 rounds. I'll just give my general ideas on the topic because the last time we only judged a 1-rounder and that was like a little extensive. In the future, we will do more extensive type of drafts as well, like where I take a day on each one just to do it, just because I want to give you guys good content. But with the series, of course, doing the last of the weekly 7-round mocks or 5-round mocks, that's going to be this will be able to replace it very well. So obviously we can't do it this week due to the fact that we have an oncoming series that is so sad to come to an end because that's the only thing that's been really booming on this channel. However, let's rock it. Jags number 1, T-Law. This has been cut. This is starting to narrow the gap between this and Justin Fields. Obviously there's some issues, and there's some trades in here. This is what I'm gonna like this as well. But Jaguars, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, he is the real deal. He has some problems staring down his target. He looked a little bit clueless in the pocket, and that's okay. You can always have bad games. I mean, if we were looking at Justin Fields as total body of work, I mean, I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence has a better body of work. I'm a fan of Justin Fields. I think he has a higher ceiling. Doesn't mean that he's going to be better by any stretch of the imagination because his floor is way lower. But a team like the Jags can take a guy who has a very high floor and a very high ceiling like Trevor Lawrence without really worrying about Justin Fields because, again, yeah, you got to be like going balls to the wall to want to go for a guy like Justin Fields, and it's a good pick regardless. I love it. I mean, if you guys want me to give a grade, I'm gonna do that too. I guess I'm gonna give this one an A, just because it's solid. Niners trading up with a shit ton of capital. You guys can be analyzing all this. Just for Zach Wilson, honestly, this team's built to win now. I 100% can understand this, and this team is not balls to the wall. They need a quarterback that will not lose them the game and can get some big plays. This is an A+ pick for me. I think this is worth all of the picks that they've given up for it because the Niners are built for winning now. Yes, they can use some cap to be able to secure guys in the secondary. I think that right now, though, they really need to fix that quarterback situation without Jimmy G's contract, get a corner in there, be able to add some depth in that secondary, and you're doing great. You're cooking with Crisco. So I love that pick. A+. Penei Sewell, again, they're trading up with Miami for Penei Sewell. I'd give this an A+ as well. You gotta get that stud talent right there, man. I'm telling you. Justin Fields, I love this pick. This is where you're either in the rebuild mode to where you're like, you know what, we're gonna take a shot on it. Which, when you have a guy like Matt Ryan on contract until 2024, that's something you can do, or 2025. I'm not sure about that one, but still, you have him under a long-term contract. You can take time to let Justin Fields be the guy, or you can just drop him in and say, dude, we're like 4-12 or 5-11 this season. I believe we're 4-12. Like, we can just, like, suck ass and be okay. And that's something you can take a shot on with Justin Fields. It's going to be a very high ceiling pick, and that could prove to be the future for the Falcons for the next 20 years. I love it. I love that pick. That's another A right there. Eagles, Parsons. Honestly, if you're not going to be going for Jamar Chase because, I mean, it looks like Hurts can actually put up some yardage, then I'd be fine with this one. I'm going to give it a B just because I love Micah. Literally, Micah is the only linebacker I'm truly passionate about in this entire class. So I mean, honestly, I'll give it like an A minus, just because I think they need to get that number one true weapon on that squad, given the fact that they probably need to cut some dudes for some extra cap too. You really need it, and then put Rager in that slot, be able to have maybe Quez Watkins on the outside, even though he doesn't really get too many touches. I mean, I'm telling you, you might get De'Ami Brown later in the draft as well to be able to be that second boundary receiver. I think that would just complete the offense, especially on an aging offense. You want to make use of that offensive line. And there's just a lot of pieces that this Eagles offseason is going to be the most interesting one, which thanks to you guys, I will be doing videos talking about what to do in the offseason. Dolphins, Jamar Chase. Honestly, with Lynn Bowden's emergence, I guess that's a way we can describe it, with him emerging as like a very solid slot option, I wouldn't mind this too much. I think you need to give a little bit more time for development, but I mean, again, I think Tua is kind of gone. This is my legitimate pick. This is my legitimate idea, and you guys can bounce back on this. I love hearing you guys in the comment section. I think they take Penei Sewell at 3, and then they package, or actually no, they take Justin Fields at 3, and then they package Tua Tagovailoa in one of their second round picks or their third round pick if they can, to get the number 4 spot with the Falcons, so they can have a successor to Matt Ryan, a much cheaper one, and then they'd be able to take Penei Sewell at number 4. Just saying, it was just an idea that popped in my head. I think it would be a brilliant idea for both organizations. I think that would just be solid overall. If they would have to give up one of their first rounders, I wouldn't mind it either. But that's okay. We got to get moving through this. Lions, Kwity Paye. I mean, for this pick, I would give it like a A minus, just because, you know, it's a good pick. Kwity Paye, honestly, I'm going to give this one a B minus. I think that there's a lot bigger needs with 5 wide receivers who are on contract here, including your top 2 targets. So I think that a guy like Devontae Smith would be a good option there, or a trade down spot for a team that might be looking for a guy like Trey Lance, who I absolutely despise. As I watched all of his tape today, it's disgusting. I hate this guy. Giants game Patrick Surtain. I can't blame it. Honestly, without like a real good edge on the board and Micah Parsons gone, I don't blame it at all. I give it an A. A minus maybe. Like, if we're going to be a little bit harsh on it, maybe that could be a good spot to trade back, but Surtain's a very solid guy. He's more the aggressive Georgia type corner that they were looking for in DeAndre Baker. I don't blame him at all for that. Panthers, Caleb Farley. I can't blame him either for this, man. I'm going to give it an A minus because, again, I think that it's probably the best pick you can do at the time. Caleb Farley is just unlimited ceiling, but again, they're probably looking for a quarterback because T. Bridge apparently got benched for P.J. Walker. That's a little embarrassing. Broncos, Gregory Rousseau. I'm giving this a C, solid C, maybe a D plus. Gregory Rousseau, I'm not that high on him. I think he's a little bit overhyped. I have him as more like my 15th, 16th best player. I think it was 16th. They need a corner so badly. Their corners are just so old. AJ Boye is dying, and you have to be able to take advantage of Justin Simmons' prime. Like, I'm telling you, you need to get a corner there. Pass rusher, not really that big of a deal. Like, you have Von Miller. You also, I mean, they still have Jarrell Casey, not to mention. But with the guys who are there, Malik Reed and Bradley Chubb, those are 2 high-level players who are playing very well. And then Reed still has a full year on his contract. So I really don't like this one. Give it a D plus, C minus. J.C. Horn to the Cowboys. I give it an A plus for this value. I mean, you got to get a corner. With all the corners going, your defense has been garbage. You got to get it. No real need to talk about that. He's an absolute stud. I think that, I mean, the Cowboys continuing to win hurts, but I think they lost today, so that might help out their draft stock a little bit. Chargers, Samuel Cosmi. Can't blame them about this at all. I think Darsaw's a bit better, so I'm going to give this one a B+, given the fact that they got the right position with everybody on the board, but probably the wrong guy. Rashawn Slater to the Vikings. They need a guard. I mean, he could play tackle as well. I mean, sure. You know what? That's a pretty solid pick. I'm happy with it. I'm going to give it an A minus, just because maybe I think that they can go a little bit more specific with like a Wyatt Davis, but I can't blame them at all. Jets, Devontae Smith. I mean, man, they already have a big 6'3" target. This is going to be kind of perfect for Devontae Smith to be out on the outside. He better not be in that slot, though. I'm telling you, Braxton Berrios is, if he's going to try to replace that, I would give this one a D minus immediately, maybe an F, just due to his size. But if he's a true boundary guy, I'm telling you, that's a pretty damn good spot for him. So, I'm gonna take the benefit of the doubt, and I mean, I'm gonna give him a solid B plus for that one. I think they can go maybe a different route with how they deal with this pick. Making sure, did the Jets? I mean, the Jets didn't get. Yeah, the Jets had to trade all the way back. I mean, man, they better get some good ass draft capital from that, and they did. But Devontae Smith being their first pick, maybe not the best choice in the world, given the fact that maybe you could have gone Christian Darrisaw right there to sit behind George Fant, and then maybe you could have went a wide receiver. But still, Patriots Trey Lance, absolutely despise Trey Lance. However, I mean, Kyle Pitts is on the board, man. I can't like this pick, even though their quarterback situation is complete garbo. I think honestly, a guy like Mac Jones in the second, or if they wanted to trade up to the end of the first, or trade back, that's honestly the best thing you can do. I think Trey Lance, I really don't like him. If you guys want to watch all the tape on him, he has really garbage mechanics. His balls continue to get dropped by defenders. It's not like a perfect clean record where he looks great. And I'm telling you, this guy can't throw for shit. One knee injury, he's out. He's out of the league. So I'm just really worried about Trey Lance. I think his upside's great, but I don't like him. JOK for the Raiders. Honestly, the fact that they need safety as well as I guess they could use a slot corner. I'm not 100% on this one. JOK is a great value for the pick, though, so I can't give it anything lower than a B-. This one, yeah, I think I gave it a D, but with Kyle Pitts on the board, yeah, that would be a D right there. This is going to be a B-. ETN to the Cardinals, absolutely do not like this pick whatsoever. There's much bigger needs at corner. I mean, ETN's been looking pretty good, but I'm telling you, if you get a guy like Michael Carter in the third, I mean, I know you have Edmonds there, and I mean, ETN's kind of like Edmonds. I mean, if they got Najee Harris here, that'd be a different story. Maybe I'd give it like a C+, but I'm giving this one a solid D-. ETN's great. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that he's a great fit for the Cardinals, given how many big-ass needs that they have at edge and corner. Colts, Jalen Waddle. To be honest, I don't mind it. I can honestly see him as a TY 2.0. I'm gonna give it a solid B, just because I think they really should be going after Christian Darrisaw. Washington, this is unacceptable. Their line's been playing really well, and they're still gonna be at a very high level next year, and they still have it for at least one more year. This is where you need to be going after somebody like a linebacker, like Zaven Collins, maybe a safety. If you want to reach for a Trayvon Mullen, this is a perfect spot to trade back. If you don't get your quarterback of your dreams, you trade back. So I really don't like this. I'm going to give it, I mean, I like the fact that they have a contingency option, but I think there's much bigger needs. C+ right there. Bears, Terrence Marshall Jr. If they don't get back AR-12, okay, that's fine. I wouldn't mind that at all. But I think that they really should, and I think they need to focus on that line. So I'm gonna give it a B- just because I assume that they're thinking Allen Robinson's gonna be gone. Elijah Vera Tucker to the Jaguars here. The Jaguars. AJ Cann's gonna be up for like the soon to be he's soon going to be released from the team. He's up on a contract year, I believe, within a year or so. So Elijah Vera Tucker can replace that. Pretty solid pick. I mean, they need some guys on that line for sure. I think they should probably go tackle there, but with the value of Vera Tucker at both tackle and guard, I don't shame it too much. Browns, Jalen Phillips out of Miami. I'm going to give this one I'm a Jalen Phillips lover, by the way. I'm going to give it a solid C-. I think they really need to go after Zaven Collins here. Their linebacker core is garbage. Honestly, I give it an F. Straight up F. Jalen Phillips almost left college football because of concussions. If he gets it in the NFL, which I assume he will, you're taking a big shot. Really big shot. Dolphins, Zaven Collins. I'm giving that one an A+ pick. They need a linebacker. They need a wide receiver and or quarterback and or line. They got both big needs right there. That's excellent. Excellent value as well. I like Zaven Collins. I'm going to be doing a full-on scouting report, so if my opinion changes, we'll find out. Joseph Asai, honestly, I can't really blame the Ravens here. I'm going to give this a B+. I think they do need to get a bigger wide receiver, maybe like a Rashad Bateman at 6'2", but I can't really shame them too much at that spot, so I'm going to be giving them B+ there. Bucks, Eichenberg, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think they need to beef up that interior defensive line or the edge. That's an easy one for me. That's complete BS. I'm giving this one, even though I love Eichenberg, I'm giving it a D-. Your D-line, you have two big-ass contracts. Titans, Rashad Bateman. Honestly, they're going to be losing possibly Corey Davis, and low-key, he is a little bit like Corey Davis. I would assume that he's more like a Justin Jefferson from what I have seen. I'm not fully sold on Rashad Bateman yet, but for the value, I'm giving that one an A. Jets getting Kyle Pitts. This is bullshit. Bullshit pick, but that's the biggest A+ in the draft. if it falls that way. Sean Wade to the Bills, giving that one a C. He's not gonna be picked there. This was of course done right before the Sugar Bowl, so this is not gonna actually happen. Eric Stokes next to the Saints, I'd give that one an A. I like Eric Stokes, pretty solid. They can fill in that need. Steelers with Leatherwood, tackle value as well as he could kick into guard if they want to re-sign Villanueva. So honestly, I give that one an A as well. Nick Bolton to the Packers, give that one a D. I think that he's going to just turn into the version of Blake Martinez that they had there. Very good in the run game, stiff hips. But sometimes he actually looks really fucking clueless. I need to do some tape study on him as well, which I will be having a scouting report on him within the coming weeks. Chiefs, Kadarius Toney, honestly, really? No, I'm giving that one an F. I mean, you already have way too many gadget players. You need a bigger and more reliable target. I think it's just stupid. So, Kyle, you're kind of fucking up on the first round. We're going to be going a little bit faster on these ones, guys. Pat Freiermuth to the Jags. Got to give that one an A-. Solid value for the pick. And you need to really fill up that tight end group. Maybe you could probably go with a corner there, like I do. Trey Smith to the Jets. Got to give that one an A as well. I mean, you just fill in Van Roten, and that's going to be awesome. Just continue to add pieces to that line, and you're going to be cooking. And plus, you're giving Sam Darnold everything that he needs. You're giving him better line. You're giving him better weapons. He has no more excuses. Literally zero more excuses. Dolphins, Najee, I got to give that one an A. Well, actually, I'm going to give it an A- just because I think Najee has a little bit too much tread off the tires. I would like to see the Dolphins maybe go for, maybe, I don't even know where they would go with this pick, maybe for a safety or something, but I'm just not fully sold on Najee having a long career in the NFL. For his value right now, day one, if they're in win now mode, I give it an A+, but since they're kind of in rebuild mode, given the fact that Tua's look kind of ass, I would give it an A-. Falcons, Dylan Moses. I think there's much bigger needs. I think they need a corner more than anything. So I'm going to be giving this one a D- because I don't think Dylan Moses is that great. He's really a big liability in coverage. With a guy like Deion Jones on the team, he's really not going to mesh very well. Next, Asante Samuel Jr. to the Eagles. Give that one an A+ pick. I mean, the Eagles need a boundary corner, and to be honest, I'm pretty happy that they saved him from these kind of bust of linebackers. I'm really not liking these guys. I have to do more tape study on them, but I'm really not liking this linebacker class apart from Parsons. I'm telling you right now. So next, Bengals, Wyatt Davis. Like, that's one hell of a steal. That's an A++. Getting Sewell and Davis, that is absolutely awesome. I love it. Lions, Amon-Ra. Honestly, can't shame them for this one. At least they're getting good value for the pick. I'm going to give them an A on this one. They're doing a really good job. Giants, Jason Away. I mean, they're like, this is a good second round here. I'm going to give this one a B just because it's a little too much upside, a little too raw, and he's not going to be there. Apparently testing the 4.2s, which is insane. He doesn't probably play at 4.2, but I mean, if he can, shit. Panthers getting Jalen Mayfield. That's an A++ pick. I mean, I'm telling you right now, being able to fix that left tackle spot once Russell Okung is gone, that's going to be absolutely critical, and Jalen Mayfield is first-round talent. That's great. And Darian Kendrick to the Broncos. I mean, hey, I gave him, like, what, a D- or something on Rousseau. I got to give him an A+ on this one. Former wide receiver, really talented guy out of Clemson. Really, I think that he's definitely not going to be there at that spot, but if he is, cheers. Cowboys, Jay Tuafele. I can't blame this one. I really can't. They're getting probably the best interior defensive lineman in the class, up there with Davion Nixon. Got to give this one an A-. I think there's probably a little bit bigger needs on the table, like Trayvon Moehrig could fulfill, but can't really shame him. Chargers, Creed Humphrey. Got to give that one an A+. I mean, Creed Humphrey's amazing. He can play guard or center, and Dan Feeney, Forrest Lamp, as well as Pouncey are going to be possibly gone. That's a pretty huge thing to cover up, so that's critical. Jaguars, Trayvon Moehrig. Got to give this one an A+, man. Yeah, I think you guys should probably go for corner here, but I mean, if you guys don't want to get Tyson Campbell as a more grabby corner, which I think that would be an excellent, I would probably give this one an A. I mean, that's your next best pick. That's the next best thing. Jets getting Hamilcar Rashed. I haven't done enough tape study on Rashed, so I can't really have a fulfilled opinion on him. I've heard that he hasn't really done shit this year, though. I'm going to give that one a C- just because I don't really like it. Patriots, Rondale Moore. If you're going to go Trey Lance, you might as well give him something to check down to because he can't throw the deep ball. So I'm going to give that one a solid B just because Rondale Moore, his hands are just complete bricks. I did a full tape study on him, watched almost every game he's ever played. I'm kind of mixed on him, even though I was a huge fan of Rondale Moore. He's a true weapon if he gets on the damn jugs machine. Deontay Brown on the Raiders, I can't shame it too much, but I think there's much bigger needs on the interior of the defensive line for the Raiders, so I'm going to give this one a C+. Cardinals, Tyson Campbell, gonna give that one an A plus. At least they fulfilled that role. That's gonna be very crucial. I think if they were able to get maybe a guy like Joseph Asai in the first and Tyson Campbell, that'd be absolutely awesome. It fulfills their two biggest needs. And then did I just give? Oh, I thought I just did like the fucking bunny ears shit. I was like, dude, we're taking back. Colts getting Dylan Redunz. I mean, good value, but I'm gonna give this one a B. Just because I'm not sold on Dylan Redunz. Really good run blocker though. Washington getting Kyle Trask. So that's kind of a big thing. I give this one a solid A. I mean, if you're getting him in the second round, that's definitely great value. Honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly fine with that. I still have a late first on Trask. He looked bad in that bowl game, but to be honest, he had one ball that was slightly underthrown, so that was on him. I mean, I've seen a lot of good quarterbacks be able to do that. Like, there's a lot of good quarterbacks that have underthrown a little bit of a out route, and that's okay. Maybe it will be a problem for him in the NFL, but I don't think so. Other ball was tipped. I mean, the second interception was just a wide receiver couldn't adjust to a ball that was slightly thrown behind, which is okay. He threw it to open space rather than to the wide receiver, which was tipped and picked. And then the other one, his hand got hit, so the ball didn't come out with the velocity that it should have. So I really don't think that Kyle Trask got a good rap here. I honestly think that he's still worth a late first. So, to be honest, give it an A+. I think that honestly, you just need a guy who won't lose you the game, and Kyle Trask is pretty damn good with that. Bears, exact same situation, given both these A+ picks. This is perfect time for these very safe, kind of lower ceiling quarterbacks with very high floors. Mac Jones is the guy with the higher floor, to be honest, but Kyle Trask is the guy with the higher ceiling. A team like Washington could probably use that. Honestly, I would probably flip these two picks just because Mac Jones is going to be more of that Alex Smith type. Maybe AJ McCarron, but Kyle Trask is going to be more of that Kirk Cousins type to me. Rams, Tevin Jenkins, gotta give this one an A+ pick, man. I can't shame it too much at all. You guys gotta build that tackle squad up. I think you need a more true left tackle, and I thought Tevin Jenkins was a right tackle. So if that's the case, I would give this one maybe an A-. But still, they need to get line help in every facet of the line. Browns getting Cameron McGrone. Did I say Brands? Browns getting Cameron McGrone. I mean, I'm going to give this one a C- because the division's very run heavy, and then Cameron McGrone sucks in the run. Dolphins, Landon Dickerson got injured, but they need a center, so I can't shame them for it. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have them go Creed Humphrey at that spot and then go for a guy like, oh, I'm bugging. What's his name? Javonte Williams at this spot. But Landon Dickerson's a really talented guy as long as he comes back from knee injury properly. Ravens, going Brevin Jordan here, can't shame it. They need a true second tight end to receive because that's just the scheme that they run. I give that one a solid B. That's a good one. Patrick Jones to the Bucs. I'm going to give that one a solid B+, just because, I mean, I think that they can get him there. But if Azeez Ojulari's on the board, which he won't be, he won't be. It's bullshit. But Titans are getting an A+ pick. Daniel Faalele to the Seahawks. I think he's a little bit too big and not very mobile for the Seahawks for more of a scrambling quarterback. I think he needs to go to a team with a better pocket quarterback. So I'm going to give this one a B+ because I know they need the tackle help so badly because Dwayne Brown can't last forever. Jabril Cox to the Bills. I think that one's probably the best spot for him. But the more I watch Jabril Cox, I think he's not that special. So I'm going to give this one a B, maybe a B-. I think that they do need linebacker, but I think that maybe this isn't the draft to do that. Saints getting Chris Olave. I mean, dude, you're getting 2 route runners. I don't really know if that's going to be great. 2 route runners out of Ohio State, by the way. But, I mean, Chris Olave is amazing. I would give it an A- just because I think it's a little too much of guys who are just pure separators. But, hey, you do you, boo. Next, Paulson Adebo to the Packers. I think that their safeties aren't really that built for a guy who's much slower when they have a fast guy like Jair Alexander. I'm going to give it a B, just because of the upside with how their safeties are actually pretty solid if they want to switch schemes. Josh Myers to the Chiefs. I'm going to give that one an A. So you just got to protect that $500 million man there. Now, looking at the rest of the picks, Davion Nixon at the top of the... I mean, I guess that's the end of the second. That's really weird. I don't get that. Steelers getting Davion Nixon. I'm going to give that one a solid B+, just because I don't really value interior defensive line that much. Again, I think the Steelers have a solid interior defensive front. Even though, yeah, I mean, they're nothing stellar with, of course, Tyson Olu, but I don't think it's that big of a need when there's probably bigger needs at like corner and shit like that for the Steelers, as well as maybe getting another tackle. Because I know we got Alex Leatherwood, but if you could use him as a guard, that's going to be perfectly fine. Kerry Vincent Jr. for the Jags, absolutely do not like this pick. I think that it's a little bit of a waste of the value. If you want to get a guy like Elijah Molden here, absolutely awesome, but I'm gonna give that one an F. I hate Kerry Vincent Jr. in this scheme, man. I'm telling you, it's not built for it. LSU doesn't play the same as Florida, and you're drafting your number one corner is a Florida guy. I don't like it. Kerry Vincent's been kind of liability in coverage. He just has upside, and that's the only reason why teams would even draft him. Javonte Williams to the Jets. You need a power back. Got to give that one a solid A minus, just because I don't know how much he's going to be able to be used in that scheme. But hey, if he's able to be used in a very high efficiency, then hey man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Texans, Jordan Davis out of Georgia. I got to give that one. I mean, again, I'm going to give it an A minus just because Jordan Davis is a beast, but it's interior defensive line, guys. I think you guys have bigger issues. Boogie Basham to the Falcons. I mean, I'm telling you, if you want to ruin an edge but get good value, go to the Falcons. I'm going to be giving that an A. Boogie Basham's an absolute tank. Eagles getting Javon Holland. Got to give that one an A+, man. You guys got to get that free safety locked up, man. McLeod is really solid. He's not really solid. He's solid enough to be able to hold off that strong safety role, but Javon Holland's going to be able to replace that secondary role. Now that you have a complete secondary, you guys can start thinking about relaxing a little bit and being able to just refocus on how to deal with everything on the offense. So overall, honestly, the Eagles draft has been doing really well, having seen all three rounds. Because again, draft, I mean, you gotta see how everything's going. Dolphins getting Victor Diedge. I can't blame them. I think there's probably better routes to go, so I'm gonna give that one a B+. Victor is pretty good. Lions getting Christian Barmore. I usually do that in the second. Gotta give that one an A+. Really solid guy. Giants getting Chaz Surratt. I mean, dude, you got a rangy, speedy linebacker who's good in coverage and blitzing. I got to give that one a solid B+ due to his age. That's it. Panthers getting Walker Little. I mean, dude, did the Panthers get... I thought the Panthers got a tackle earlier. Hold up. Oh, no. Okay. We bugged. We bugged, guys. But we're checking out what the Panthers did. Panthers did not... They got a corner here. They got Caleb Farley. Got to check out what they did in the second, though. I thought they got a tackle in the second. You're telling me that they got 2 tackles? I don't like that. I know they're going to re-sign Moten. I'm going to give that one a solid F. They're going to re-sign Moten. There's no real reason for that. Sorry for the random... this is why I'm scared shitless to use my damn fingers as like the scroll down thing. Broncos, Marvin Wilson. Great value, to be honest. I think I like Tyler Shelvin in that scheme a little bit more, but I can't really shame it. B+. Cowboys, Jackson Carman. It's a good backup, but he needs to sit, so I guess it's the perfect spot for him to be. I'm going to give that probably a B+. Chargers, got Israel Mukuamu. He's a little bit too stiff-hipped, and he probably profiles better as a safety. So I'm going to be giving that a solid, I'm going to give it a solid B just because they get some youth in that secondary. If they can unlock his hips a little bit more, they're going to be doing a really good job. He has all the immeasurables, the intangibles. Next, Vikings, Richard LeCount. You need a safety, so I don't think that's the best safety on the board still. I'm going to give it a B+, though. Solid overall. Nico Collins to Washington. I mean, I'm telling you guys, that's not a bad pick. 6'4", has very high upside. I'm going to give that a solid B+, A-. That's pretty good. Raiders, Quincy Roche. I guess guys got your edge, but I think that was a little bit too late. I'm going to give it a solid A-, though. It's a pretty good pick. Myjai Sanders to the Cardinals. Myjai's pretty good. At pick 80, though, I mean, that's probably realistic in the real draft, but I'm going to give this one a B- just because they're waiting when they could have gotten a guy like Michael Carter here, and they could have gotten Joseph Asai. And that's a big jump versus a very small drop-off. So, I don't know. Colts getting Desmond Ridder, not going to happen. I think Desmond's going to be returning because basically his entire offense is returning. But also you have Jacob Eason there. So I don't see that. I'm going to give that a solid F. I think there's bigger needs on your entire squad. Maybe getting a strong safety there like Bubba Bolden, just because I hear that Millie Cooker might not be there. Washington, Andre Sisco. I'm going to give that one an A+, and that's great. You're going to be able to replace Troy Apke and his bum ass. Bears getting Spencer Brown. I mean, it fills a need, but it's a little too late to me. I'm going to give that one a solid B+, though. Pete Werner to the Rams. I'm going to give that one a solid A- as well. You got to fill that need, and Pete Werner's pretty solid. Browns getting Greg Newsome. Can't blame it. Honestly, I'm going to give that one a solid B. I think that maybe there's some better guys on the board, but you can't really get much better than Greg Newsome. I think that might just be a little bit of a reach. Dolphins getting Hamza. Don't think you really need a strong safety that badly. I think that's a little bit of a misappropriation of the pick. So I'm going to give that one probably a C+. I mean, Hamza's really good, has a high upside, and he's used to being in Florida. Vikings, Darius Stills. I'll give it an A plus. Not an A plus. I'll give it like an A minus actually. He's a talented dude, but I don't know. Vikings, you guys got some issues. Tyler Shelvin to the Bucks. I'm gonna give that one an A plus pick. They really need to do that, and that could be the next Ndamukong Suh right there. Titans getting Aleem McNeil. Got to give that one an A as well. The Titans are doing a really good job in this draft. Aleem McNeil, one of the highest graded PFF defensive linemen in the country. Rodarius Williams to the Jets. The dude's 25 years old, but hey, I mean, you guys do need the cornerback help. I'm gonna give it a solid C. Bills, Brady Christensen. You guys can use a tackle there. I'm forgetting who actually is playing for you at tackle. I know it's Deion Dawkins, and there's somebody else who's playing actually at a really high level. But Brady Christensen can sit and develop and get used to NFL talent. I think that would be really solid. If you want to kick him to guard and move him over Cody Ford. Is his name Cody Ford? I don't even know. You could do that as well. I don't mind it at all. I'm going to give it a solid A. Browns getting Tweeman. I'm going to give that an A plus at 92. That's excellent value. Steelers getting Michael Carter. Honestly, we do need a running back though. I'll give it an A minus. I know the Steelers need a running back. I don't know if Michael Carter's a 3-down running back though. He's used to RBBC, and usually with a really good running back next to him. And the Steelers don't really have that. Packers, Seth Williams. You get a big target for. He's probably going to be the better MVS. So. Honestly, I don't mind it at all. I'm going to be giving that a solid A for Aaron Rodgers. So next, Chiefs game Myron Cunningham. I think a little too late, but I think you got to get tackle for the $500 million man there to replace Mitchell Schwartz. And you know what? I'm going to be fine with it. I'm going to give it a solid A minus there. Patriots getting Levi here. I'm going to give it a B plus just because of the value. I think that there is the Haskell Jarrett on the board, or Garrett, who is going to be a lot better, but you know, it's solid. It's a very good pick. Chargers getting Jordan Smith. Couldn't be mad at it, but I think Joe Tryon would be better because you could take a shot on somebody. Saints, you're in win now mode. Can't really be fully into that, especially with your picks right now. I can't be down for that. Cowboys, Paris Ford. You guys got your safety, so I think that you need more of a free safety help though. I'm pretty sure that your strong safety role is being filled by a pretty good guy in Wilson, right? Not Donovan Wilson was a strong safety. However, I mean it doesn't really matter. I'll give it a solid. I'll give it a solid B, unless of course Donovan Wilson is the free safety, which then I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. Rams, Rashad Weaver. I mean, he's a little too old, but the Rams are kind of in win now mode with Aaron Donald aging, so I'll give it an A minus. The Titans ending off with Chase Lucas. This guy's 25 years old, and you guys are kind of in win now mode with Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill at kind of like their optimal, like at their supremacy, at their prime. So, honestly, I'm not going to be too mad about it. I'll give it an A to end off the draft. So, Kyle, your overall grade, I'm going to give it a solid B. Just because, you know, there's some big misfires in this draft. And some things that you obviously didn't know what the hell you were talking about. But there was some great picks. You did some very good job, doing a very good job kind of straying away from the TDN predictive draft board to be able to select some very good talent. So, I think that you need to study some teams a little better, bud. But you know, overall, good job, Kyle. I'll see you on the far side, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.